How's it going, everybody? It's 6 from
from
Little Nightmares, and
Bro Mikey
with
from the
our
Bro Show.
with our final Halloween special.
Hope you sit back, grab you a good drink or something to eat, kick back, chillax, because it might run a little longer than usual, because this is our Halloween special finale. The last 30 minutes or so, we might have a special guest appear. Who could it be? Just have to wait and see. Without further ado, let's just jump up in it and let's get started. We're getting ready to Halloween. So,
We kind of started this off early October, our first week, with going through trying to do a Halloween special. Dealing with fear, dealing with movie monsters, doing taste tests, and now we're to the last week. You all have been very patient with this, and we appreciate it. So, you don't know what's going to happen on this week.
nope. Just welcome to the. And if you want us to do a Thanksgiving one, we'll try to do our best on it. Because there's not really too much affiliated with Thanksgiving, but giving thanks to everything that we had, except for like turkey, stuffing, and whatnot too.
Yeah.
We might do like food related for Thanksgiving, but who knows? Just let us know down in the comments and what you would like to see for the if you want us to do a Thanksgiving version like the Halloween thing. But and go check out Epic Gamer Mikey videos if you're into gaming. Go check out my main channel at Bro Mikey Studios if you want cooking. Go check out Drew Monday, aka
The CDH Warrior.
on his channel. If you're into gaming also, and
The Shirtless Chef for cooking.
yep, and also the Shirtless Chef for cooking. And if you like to know how to do how-tos, he has more on the how-tos about how to stream and stuff than I do. I'm more along line the gamer part than I am a how-to part. I mean, I do have a couple videos out there, but enough of that. How's everybody doing? Some of you may or may not know that the cat is playing behind the background, and some of you may or may not know. Technically, Halloween starts the holiday traditions.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it or not, for those who did or did not know. Because if you actually look at it, calendar-wise,
kind of the unofficial start of the holidays.
because
Thanksgiving is the official start.
Because technically, Halloween falls on the 31st, which is the last day of October. Then 3 weeks from then is what? Thanksgiving. Then a month later is Christmas. A week later is New Year's. So, it depends on how you want to look at it. I look at it, he might look at it as a different way than when I look at it. Y'all might look at it a different way than what we look at it. But I know Halloween is a pagan holiday, or whatever, how you want to put it.
Technically,
I've
so
heard
is
it
Christmas.
because I've heard it all kinds of ways, but to me, Halloween starts the holiday season. That's just my opinion. Y'all might have an opinion, and he has his and
Yeah.
he has his own opinion about how the holidays are. But that's just my opinion. 'Cause that's just how I feel. I feel that's what I feel. I feel like, yeah. But then again, too, like I said, later in the video, we'll have someone come and in costume. You might not know who he is. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a good one. Later in the video. And I'll let my partner talk a little bit. Let him get his opinions and ideas and what he. Because it ain't just my show, it's his show also.
Halloween has kind of been an interesting holiday for me. I grew up in a moderate small neighborhood in Georgia, and we'd walk all the way around the neighborhood. And it was a moderate sized neighborhood, but it was by no means big or tiny either. But we would probably spend 2 hours trick or treating because there were so many houses. But it's fun. After probably early high school, I quit trick or treating as such. I went to a lot of Halloween parties, but that's about the extent of what I did. As I get older, I'm noticing that Halloween is a very commercialized holiday, but it's lost its point, if that makes any sense. I mean, the entire point of Halloween was it was All Hallows Eve. Basically, people would kind of dress up in whatever scared them as a way to make fun of their fear, which we discussed a while back. But in general, Halloween doesn't have it's not a large tradition like Christmas or Thanksgiving or even New Year's. So let me throw it back at my co-host. So I've kind of run out of stuff right now.
Halloween ain't celebrated, is what he's trying to say. Is ain't like Christmas or Thanksgiving or New Year's. Because Halloween is basically like one time and done by the next day. Because as soon as you get all your goodies, as we like to, or candy or whatever, we go home, let mommy and daddy sort through it, sort through it. But you do, but I didn't know this until later in life. You know, mommy and daddy picked out their favorite candy
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Because even though you had a full bag of candy and they take half of it away, I mean, yes, some of it was probably messed with or because and stuff. But you know, the other half was probably mommy and daddy kept for them.
Yeah.
Because whatever because they kept the ones that we didn't like.
Yeah.
Basically. But they'll say that nope. It was the candy that disappeared was tampered with.
Yeah.
But they just didn't want to say that they wanted it on. So as we got older too, we started eating our candy on the way to the next house. Oh.
I remember doing something like that.
Then years later, I kind of fell out of Halloween and didn't care if I dressed up or not. Then after I met my wife, I think I went like 2 years. I trick or treated 2 years, and I was like 20-something years old.
Yeah.
And I was trick or treating only because she wanted me to, and with it being us just now getting used to each other and starting to get to know each other and all that and stuff.
Yeah.
So I said, okay.
Well, I know. Most of my friends still trick-or-treated up until they turned around 18. So,
I did every now and then. If like one of my friends that I hung out with, and then one of the neighborhood kids did, I went with them. But other than that, as I got older, my trick or treat went from because it just don't fascinate you as you get older as it does as a kid.
It doesn't.
Go pounding on strangers, and you know the.
Well, as you get older, you also have the people that chase you.
Yeah. And the thing behind trick or treat is either you get a trick, the person that you knock on the door either does a trick, or they give you a treat. That's why it's called trick or treat.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't realize why it's called trick or treat. I didn't realize it until I got older myself. But in reality, the word trick or treat is either the trick or you get a treat.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get both. But yeah, there were some kids that probably got upset saying, "You didn't give me no candy." But that's the point of that's the point of the word.
Yeah.
Either the person that's giving out the candy either tricks you, or tries to trick you, or gives you a treat. Thankfully, I got nothing but candy.
I'm just having an image. I'll post this on my YouTube later. Is one of the season 3 episodes of Date Alive, a Japanese anime series. Yoshino goes trick-or-treating and winds up on the main protagonist's doorstep and says, dressed up as a witch of all things, says, "If you don't give me candy, I think I'm supposed to prank you." And you're just laughing. Because, well, she does technically get a treat. He gives her a plate of pancakes.
Yeah. Pancakes.
Bizarre, but I take it.
I would take it too. Pancakes are pancakes. Who wouldn't turn down pancakes? You gotta be an idiot not to turn them down.
Yeah.
Ugh. Then they started doing that trunk or treats.
Trunk or treat. Yeah.
Then they started doing it in the stores in the mall,
Our store does it.
and the area that we live in, they go to all these um, townhouse areas where they built all these townhouses,
I should say you have a moderate sized neighborhood to trick or treat in.
and it's out west. That's where all your. That's where all your.
That direction. Okay.
That's where all your trick or treaters go now. Into these subdivisions.
Well, think about it. You're not far from really just a stone's throw away from.
But the biggest,
Folsom. So
the biggest subdivision we have is out west, and that's where a lot of kids go because they give out those normal sized candy bars. They don't give out the little fun size.
no good grief. Can you imagine trick or treating through? What is it?
My wife said she'll never go back to that subdivision ever again because it was horrible. You sat there longer than you drove
Yeah,
because everybody was walking.
it's not Cherokee. What's the neighborhood right up by where we work?
What neighborhood?
So as you go out Kingston Pike from where we are, there's that huge, expensive subdivision.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I just don't know the name of it. That's the subdivision I'm talking about. Was it where
Okay.
all the trick or treaters go?
Yeah.
And that's why I said my wife will never go back there again. Because that's the one that gives out the normal sized candy bars.
Yeah.
I remember. Let's see here. How long have we been here? Not in here in Tennessee, but here in this neighborhood. Because my mom,
3 or 4 years.
not me. I'm talking about
Oh.
me and my mom together. Because my mom lives up the street, and I think we moved in that house in 2000 or 2001, something like that, give or take a year. I don't know, but the point that I'm trying to make is our first year that we moved in that house, my mom bought all kinds of candy, like 4 or 5 bags of candy, thinking we're gonna get all kinds of treaters,
And you got nothing.
and we got nothing. So, and we still don't get nobody to this day.
Yep.
It's because they all decided to go do that trunk or treats or to that road, that subdivision that we were mentioning a few minutes
Yeah.
ago. But she bought all the candy that I liked because I wound up. She ate some too. Dad probably ate some, but I pretty much ate the rest of it, whatever they didn't eat.
Yeah.
So I ate about a good, I don't know how many pounds is 5 bags of candy.
Oh, good grief.
Not at one. It was over the. And I still
Over the
had
course
some.
of the week. But
Yeah. I had candy that lasted me all the way up to Christmas. Because I didn't really eat candy that much. I did to a point, but
I'm just
I had
thinking
like 2 or
about,
3 pieces like every now and then, because I wasn't gonna indulge myself in candy.
That's one. I remember Everyone swears I'm insane when I talk about this.
I'm insane.
Do you remember the orange Halloween Kit Kats?
Yeah.
Okay, they did exist.
They were like about 2 or 3 years ago.
I remember getting those as a kid. But I have had people swear to me.
How old were you? Because I'm trying to remember. Because I don't want to say.
I was probably 10 or 11.
No, not 1, 2, 3 years ago. That was like back when my early 30s or something like that. Then
Yeah.
late 20s, maybe or something. Whatever year that was. But anyway,
That's been 16 years ago, at least. I just remember the orange Kit Kats because they were so specific.
was it like pumpkin spice flavor?
No, it was just orange white chocolate, orange colored white chocolate. It was so bizarre. But I know there are people that swear I'm crazy, and I know I'm not.
All you gotta do is Google it. If you don't believe somebody, Google it.
And I think I Googled it and found them, but
Or get on Amazon.
oh, they still exist.
Just not.
I found them on Amazon, now that you mention that. But it was so weird because I'm standing there with this customer at work, and they're like, yeah, I kind of remember them, but you can't find them anymore. And then we started looking on Amazon and found them.
If you can't find them
Buy
in
'em by
stores, you can find them on the website.
Yeah.
Or at Kit Kat's website, whatever it is, Nestle or whatever Kit Kat's made by.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that cat and bags. She likes laying in them, laying on them, and everything else around him. What was your very first candy bar
First candy bar
that you remember?
that I remember. Okay. I was wondering if we were going to touch on this subject. Would have probably had to have been a Hershey milk chocolate or something. I don't offhand remember exactly. I remember as early years, I was particularly enamored with Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah.
Because then I would polish off at least 3 or 4.
My first candy that I got when I trick or treated was a bag of NEMs. Like those fun size.
The little bags.
Yeah. But when I was a teenager, skipping a few years, and this was when I moved up here, and I moved in the Fountain City area. After a few years, because when we first moved up here, we moved to Halls.
Yeah.
Until 6 months to a year later, we moved to Fountain City. But as soon as we moved to Fountain City area, about a year or so later, in my teenage years, not the preteens, but like 16, 17 range. I remember this one house that my friend, because I wasn't really in the mood of trick or treating, but I went anyway because my friends wanted me to.
Yeah.
I remember getting one house gave me an apple.
Okay.
And another house gave me a toothbrush. I kid you not.
No, I can believe that one. I've heard of the apple thing.
Literally gave me a toothbrush, and I'm not just me.
It's every kid.
Everybody that I was walking around trick or treating with, and I was like, wow.
Were they a dentist by chance?
That's the only thing that would be the only person I could think of that would give out toothbrushes. Or someone just trying to be funny because, like trick or treat,
Yeah, because that would be a trick.
But at that time, we weren't laughing. That's what every kid's dream. Toothbrush, folks! Woohoo!
Yeah.
Congratulations! Regagiated from candy to brushes. Oh, mercy. What was the worst thing you ever got?
I don't remember ever getting anything weird like that.
I think I was 16, 17, because that would have been my final years of doing that until I met my old lady. And she wanted me to do it with her. Well, you know what we did with the apples, though? I lived on a huge hill. Burnhurst?
Yeah.
That big old huge hill?
Mm-hmm.
We took the apples and we pretended we went bowling. And we just went...
You'd bowl apples down the street.
Yep. And see how far we could get them before it went into the ditch.
Yeah. Knowing Burnhurst, yeah. I can see that.
And I'm talking about, I lived on the side that had that huge
hill part.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was hilly, but I lived right there where it went straight down.
Where it just goes straight, yeah. I know about it. I know about where that is. I don't know exactly.
Because I lived right at the top of that hill, at that 2200.
Okay.
At 2200. It was either 2280. Anyway, it was 22 something. But the house I lived in ain't no longer exist. Because see, I liked that house too because it was a 2-story house.
Yeah.
And if the landlord would have let my dad have it, we'd probably still be there. The basement had a bedroom down there. And I could have turned it, we could have turned it, the bottom half of the house, into a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Because the way it was laid out, you had a bedroom, the bedroom was right here. Then you walked it through a little hallway. Then right there was a little little seating area, like how this is right here.
Yeah.
Then you walk through a door going this way was the mud room / laundry room.
Yeah.
So, but after we got moved out of that house and into the one that we were in, that's where when we got this house, where Mom and Dad got that house.
Yeah.
And but if they would have let us have it, probably, like I said, we'd probably still be there to this day.
Yeah.
But they tore it down and built 4, because it was like an acre property that we had.
Whoa. That's a pretty good sized house.
Because remember how that hill is?
Mm-hmm.
The length of that road, all the way up until you got to that curve right there, was our all's property. From the top of that hill all the way down.
Wow.
But they tore it down and built 3 or 4 houses and divided the property.
Yeah.
I go over there every now and then, and it just makes me. It ain't the same.
Yeah.
It ain't the same. That road, it changed a lot.
Yeah.
Because them houses that were across from where I lived at
are gone.
was nothing but woods.
Oh.
Then like a year before we had to move out, they cleared out all that woods and built 3 houses over there, 3 or 4 houses over there. So I got to add, because this was my middle school years.
Yeah.
But by the time I hit high school years, all that woods was gone. And they built 4 houses. Then I had to move. Then we moved over to Brown Avenue over there off of Cecil
Okay.
to finish. That's where we moved to next to finish out my high school years. Then my last 2 high school, my 11th and 12th grade years. That's where I had. That's where I had to go to Fulton. Then after I graduated school, then we moved into the house that Mom and Dad live in now.
Yeah.
So it was like 99, the year 99, 2000. The last year part of the.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we're about that time where we're going to introduce our
special guest.
Because we're kind of running out of things to talk about.
Yeah.
So sit back,
Relax, and enjoy the second half of the show.
enjoy the second half of the show, and we will return here in a minute. For you, it'd be a second.
Okay, folks, and we are back with our new guest. Wonder who this could be. Pennywise.
Hello. How is everyone? Hello. Welcome. Has anybody seen Georgie? Have you seen Georgie?
I haven't.
Because I'm awake and I'm hungry. So, anybody out there that sees Georgie, let me know.
Alright, folks. Pennywise is having some trouble with his camera. So we are Pennywise and 6.
Is there any questions you can know?
I wasn't sure what I'd do if I ended up meeting Pennywise. I have no idea what to ask him.
Well, since I can't find Georgie. Pennywise has entered the building. Yes, he did. Mm-hmm.
Why do you live in a sewer?
Because I don't want to know my true form. To you all, I look like a clown. But what do I really look like in other dimensions?
Why do you chase kids?
I feel after fears.
I'm serious.
I feel your fears. That's why I'm looking for Georgie.
Now, do you turn into any fear?
Depending on the dimension I'm in. Here on Earth, I'm known as the clown. Because in different dimensions, I'm a different theater.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like if you're in a different area, you're a different fear.
That's right.
So what else are you? I know you're supposed to be kind of a demented clown, but what other fears do you represent?
Shadow of the night. Because I can form, because I can transform into any fear. If you fear whatever it is you fear, that's what I transform into.
Okay. Why do you feed off fear?
That's how I eat. That's why I'm looking for Georgie. Because I eat little kids. They feed mine. And that's how I feed off of their feeders.
Do you eat gnomes?
Certainly can. Certain delicious. They're like candy. See? 6? Makes me wonder how I know your name, don't it? I've been following you. You eat grown people. I go after children. Because children are easier to scare.
Mine isn't getting scared. Mine is literally taking their souls. Do you enjoy your children cooked or raw?
I just eat them as is. Because I'm not. I'm a sort of a, I'm sort of like a vampire. Because I'm not a real person.
So you're neither alive nor dead.
Nope.
Kind of that bizarre space in between.
Mm-hmm. That's why I can transform into anything that's scary. Here on Earth, like I said, I'm known as a clown. I'm known as a clown here on Earth. Mm-hmm.
So does light kill you?
The only thing that scares me away is when people don't fear me no more. And I don't like cats either. Just small little children that I can beat up. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had rats?
Only when I can't. When I go to my slumber for 25 years, I could arise every 25 years to find little Georgie. Or whoever I can scare, not just Georgie.
Yeah, I've managed to eat a few rats. They aren't tasty. They taste horrible. But I guess when you're forced to eat anything you see, you don't necessarily get a chance to be picky.
Nope. And I just gave my last balloon away before I came here.
Why do you use red balloons?
As a symbol to what I'm allure you in. That I'm a friendly clown. In reality, I'm not. It's all in mind control when it comes to using those red balloons. Mind control. Mm-hmm. That's what all those red balloons are for.
Can you stand to look at yourself in a mirror?
I look at myself every day. Every day.
So in other words, a mirror will not work on you.
Nope. Because if it was true, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of a camera.
Fair enough.
Is there anything you do besides scare humans?
Besides scare them?
And eat their souls?
Unfortunately not. Is there anything you're completely afraid of?
Not be able to scare. See, if I can't scare somebody, I'm powerless. Then I have to go back into a slumber for another 25 years.
So do you think you'd be able to take out the Thin Man?
Maybe.
Or turn into him?
I'm whatever you can imagine. I am everyone's nightmare. I'm different.
To each
Dimension.
person.
Here on Earth. I'm the scary dancing clown. Somewhere else. I'm not going to give my secrets away. Nope. Because then it would be so scary if I did.
Why a clown? Of all things.
Because people are scared of clowns. Especially little kids. That's why I gotta find Georgie. Good old tasty Georgie.
Why do you use red balloons? Why not another color of balloon?
As you can tell, I like red. I'm a little fluffy ball. You wanna play with my balls?
Oh my gosh. I knew you were going there.
Look at those sexy little balls. That's why I like the red color. See these red balls? Yeah.
So,
Ooh. Now play
Here's a
with
different
my balls.
question. What are you? Are you a demon?
Some
Are
say
you some
yes.
twisted human?
Some say yes. Some
Are you,
people say yeah.
or are you really just everyone's nightmare rolled into one?
That could be too. I'm everyone's nightmare. What do you fear? Hmm? To all the people out there in the Cameron world, what is your fear? Hmm.
Everybody, Pennywise the Clown!
I must be going now. I gotta find Georgie before it gets too late. But before I go, I'm gonna leave you out in a little dainty poo. Okay? I gotta dance first, because that's my trademark.
Okay.
So, get ready for a little dance.
We are back, folks.
Hello? Now you was time to do a federal thing. Because like I said, I gotta find Georgie. This is the dancing clown. for you. Time to say goodbye. I gotta go find Georgie.
Everybody, Pennywise the Clown!
Hiya, folks. I hope you enjoyed our final Halloween episode, our finale. And, like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hear from Bro Mikey. And,
CDH Warrior.
we love you. Stay safe. As Halloween approaches, stay safe. We love you. We'll see you next time. Peace out, my friends.
Have a great day.